Hey everybody, welcome back to Understanding English Grammar. I'm Mark here with Kenny. Congratulations, I guess you just successfully slammed exam number 2. I know that was a difficult exam, but good job on that. Now, all we have left is chapter 9, which is it's really just kind of a cleanup chapter where Martha has a spot for some of the other modifiers that are not overtly adverbial, adjectival, or your different types of nominals. These are called sentence modifiers. It means that there's a collection of words, or even just one word sometimes, that's not modifying the subject or the verb. It's modifying the whole thing. We're going to go through some of the sentences for practice for chapter 9 here with Kenny, and we're just going to diagram those. Listen to what we're asking ourselves and each other as we do that. So first of all, Kenny, how many clauses do you see in number 1 here?
There's 2.
2, okay. My brother will finish basic training if everything goes smoothly. So for a clause, we need a subject and a verb thing. So we have will finish and something's going to go smoothly. Now we see our ing here, right? Every time we see an ing, our eyes are going to say, hey, that must be the verb. Is that the verb?
No.
Why not?
There's no B in front of it.
All right, so we'll get to that. It's definitely not a verb because there's no be in front of it. You need be plus ing for the verb. So here we go. What is the main character in this sentence here?
Brother.
Okay, your brother. That would be now phrase 1 subject, right? I'll put it down here. And what's the brother doing?
He's finished.
Okay, he'll finish, right. And I got a feeling that there's a something, right? What is the something that the brothers will finish here?
Terminate.
Okay. And when your ing is a thing, what do you call it?
A gerund.
Okay, here's your gerund phrase. And what type of training is it? Basic. Okay. So your noun, that's your ing is a thing here, your gerund phrase. And we have an adverbial there. When's he going to finish it?
He's gonna finish it next month.
Time and place. All right. Now, what do we do with this other clause here? Now we're left with this clause.
You put it under will finish.
Actually, you think that, but you're wrong, all right? And normally, your subordinate clause, which is if everything goes smoothly, is going to be adverbial. What Martha's giving us here in chapter 9 is sometimes the subordinate clause is doing more than that. It's modifying more than just the verb. So she's going to call it a sentence modifier. Do not freak out if you can't tell the difference between an adverbial subordinate clause and a sentence modifier subordinate clause. It's not a big deal. It's okay if you're interchanging that, all right? It's just an extra spot to put the subordinate clause if we think it's doing something more. All right, so it's not, oh, I don't know if it's this or that. It's really not a big deal there. So when it is a sentence modifier, everything, what's everything doing?
It's going.
Okay, and how's it going?
Smoothly.
Okay. Now, like Kenny said, usually the subordinate clause would be adverbial. Here, it seems to be doing more. It seems to be modifying all of it together. So this is why Martha puts it over here as a sentence modifier. And there are no dots because it's not modifying anything in particular. It's modifying the whole thing. Okay? Are you all right with that, buddy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's exactly where the gray area is, and it's not a really big deal if you put it one place or the other. Let's move on to number 2. Can you zoom in on that over here?
Yep.
Do you have enough zoom? Can you read it to me?
If you don't mind, I want to be alone.
Okay, and that's the same thing, right? What's your main clause?
I don't want to be alone.
Say again?
I don't want to be alone.
Where's the don't?
I don't want.
I don't see any don't.
Or I want to.
Thank you. Okay, I want, what do I want? Something, right? And that's it. So you have the old infinitive phrase acting as your something. What is it that you want, buddy? All right, and that's your what? Your pattern 2 infinitive phrase and your pattern 7 main clause. And again, your subordinate clause, usually it's adverbial, and it's okay, you know, if you're not really quite seeing that. But it seems like it's modifying the whole clause and not just the verb, so that's why we put it up here as a sentence modifier. Okay, next, can you move over to number 3, please?
I'm not sure if they're linked.
Yeah, okay, oh, you can, yeah, we'll see if we can reach here.
I got
Little. Okay, I think we're good. All right, can you read that one for me, Kenny?
Speaking of travel, would you like to go to Seattle next week to see the Seahawks?
All right, and what are you going to try and do first here? This thing looks like it's the verb, is it?
No.
Why not?
Because there's no B in front of it.
So we'll save that for later. And then what do you see? You like, right? There's some verb action going on here. And then there's a lot of to, right? Let's see, we have to go, which is an infinitive, to Seattle, which is a preposition. To see is an infinitive phrase. And what are the Seahawks doing?
They're playing.
All right, so we have some kind of clause here, right? Subject and predicate. We'll see what to do with that later. What's our main clause here, buddy?
You like,
Okay, all right, you forgot your auxiliary though. Would like, right?
yeah,
Now, would you like,
something.
okay, would you like some cake? Would you like a piece of pie? What is it that they're asking? You would like what?
To go.
To go, all right. That's the thing that you want. So your infinitive phrase is a nominal something. Where are you going?
To Seattle.
Okay, so there's your adverbial prep there. And what else is happening up over here? To see. All right, so this infinitive phrase, is that telling us about Seattle or is it telling us why we might go?
Why going?
All right, so that's your adverbial infinitive phrase. To see
Something.
something, you're going to see something. We're going to see the Space Needle, we're going to see Bill Gates' house outside of town. What are we going to see?
Seahawks.
What are we going to see?
The Seahawks playing.
Yeah, right, so that's your nominal. Direct object is a nominal clause, right? What are they doing? Play, okay. This is the thing we're going to see, right? Is these guys playing football. So far, so good. So that's our main clause, right? And we're left over we have this. You said that's not a verb, right?
Yeah.
What is it
The
then?
sentence modifier.
All right, what type of sentence modifier is it? It's not a gerund.
It's a participle.
Participle, right? Those are your only 3 choices, right? So if the participle phrase is not modifying you or would like or to go, it's modifying all of it, right? So we just put it up here. Speaking of travel. Where do I put the dots?
Nowhere.
There's no dots because it's not modifying you or would like or anything. It's modifying all of it. So it just goes over here. You okay with that?
Yeah.
It's a little hard to live with, but you can deal with it. All right.